Hi everyone, this is Today in History. Today is Sunday, April the 28th, the 119th day of 2024. There are 247 days left in the year. On this day in 1442, King Edward IV of England was born in Rouen, France. On this day in 1758, James Monroe, who was the 5th President of the United States from 1817 to 1825, and who asserted a cornerstone of the U.S. foreign policy in the Monroe Doctrine, was born. On this day in 1789, Captain William Bligh of the British ship Bounty and 18 of his men were set adrift by mutinous sailors led by the master's mate Fletcher Christian. On this day in 1878, American actor Lionel Barrymore was born in Philadelphia. On this day in 1881, gunfighter Billy the Kid escaped from prison in Mussolini, New Mexico, where he had been convicted of murder and sentenced to death. He was killed several months later by Sheriff Pat Garrett. On this day in 1926, American author Harper Lee, who won national acclaim for her novel To Kill a Mockingbird, published in 1960, was born. On this day in 1945, Italian dictator Benito Mussolini, Il Duce, who after a series of military misadventures became unpopular even among his fellow fascists, was captured while trying to flee Italy and was executed. On this day in 1947, Norwegian ethnologist and adventurer Thor Heyerdahl and a small crew set sail for Peru aboard the primitive raft Contica and arrived in Polynesia 3.5 months later. On this day in 1952, the Allied occupation of Japan came to an end after 7 years of rapid social and economic change following the country's surrender in World War II. On this day in 1967, at the height of the Vietnam War, American boxer Muhammad Ali refused induction into the U.S. Army, citing religious reasons. His subsequent conviction was eventually overturned by the U.S. Supreme Court. On this day in 1969, French leader Charles de Gaulle resigned his presidency. On this day in 1996, Australian gunman Martin Bryant began a killing spree that left 35 people dead and some 18 others wounded in the Port Arthur area of Tasmania, Australia. It was the country's worst mass shooting and led to stricter gun controls. On this day in 2001, American businessman Dennis Tito became the first space tourist when he was launched into orbit aboard a Russian supply mission to the International Space Station. He paid approximately $20 million for the 6-day trip. On this day in 2003, Apple launched the iTunes Store, which gave users the ability to purchase and download music from the internet directly to their iTunes library. In 2010, the store sold its 10 billionth song. On this day in 2004, American television network CBS broadcast photographs depicting harsh treatment of Iraqi inmates at the Abu Ghraib prison in U.S.-occupied Iraq, initiating a national debate on torture and the Geneva Conventions. Alright everybody, that's it for today. Today is Sunday, April the 28th, the 119th day of 2024. There are 247 days left in the year.